I'm guessing you're going to be on for the whole loop?
Yep.
Doesn't like the garbage. They do have a lot of, like, you know, different transit agencies, they have different rules.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, like, kind of logistics and bureaucracy to work through.
True.
But yeah, they require a lot of different things. Like, example, for this route, we operate during dead times. So, like, with less traffic on the road, but then in Toronto, they actually want it done at rush hour. Yeah. But the route's also different there, where it's mainly residential.
Yeah.
But here it's a mix of everything, so.
True. It's kind of a good way to test it out here.
Exactly, yeah. but there is a way to kind of like refine that. So that's the abrupt stop that I was talking about because she cut in way too early.
I see.
Yeah, and she was going really fast, so which is quite dangerous.
Exactly. Well, it's good thing there's seatbelts on here.
Yeah, exactly.
But like once, let's just say this becomes the norm and stuff, and more of these operates, and people, and will that mean will people be allowed to stand up on these things, and there will be like little like things to hang off of, or basically will there only be seating and basically have to be, basically there can only be a certain amount of people per seat, basically.
Well, that's a great question. So far, like they did design this to have passengers standing. But because of the abrupt stops and then the way they programmed the robotics part of it, sorry, I have to take over there because he's like right now. Because I'm bypassing the stops anyway. So. But anyway, yeah. So we have this bar over here for people if they wish to stand, but of course different rules and regulations. Especially this was imported from the U.S. And the way it was imported, there's seatbelts on it. That's why, of course, everyone who's going to be a passenger, besides me as the safety attendant or / operator, must wear a seatbelt. So it actually seats 8. But of course, because of COVID, we're only seating 4.
I see.
But yeah, I think in some deployments, there are people standing. So I think they said it's up to 12. But it's also wheelchair accessible. Like these little pucks on the ground, that's to secure a wheelchair down.
I see.
And so a wheelchair takes up a pretty big space actually, so it will limit the capacity for sure.
Sure.
But yeah, like the whole point of the project is to understand where this would fit in the current transit infrastructure as a first mile, last mile solution.
Exactly.
So it will really like service the areas with like a lower population, or at least lower need for transit.
Sure.
Because you can't, like, if you send a 40-foot bus down here, it's a little bit impractical, right?
Because I remember in the 1970s, Go had a similar idea too as well. Like they had the Dala buses, and also they had like this other project too as well, where they're going to have basically like, these little tiny monorails go around and stuff.
Cool.
And they're actually going to test it at Ontario Place, but the problem is the company that built it, they apparently their test vehicle caught on fire during a demonstration, and basically the biggest funders of the project, the Ontario and West German government at the time, basically said, yeah, we're not doing it anymore, so we never got that. But that did evolve into the Scarborough RT project.
Right. And the RT is actually, that services a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a really good extension. But aren't they extending part of the subway there too? Or?
Yeah, because the RT line there's a lot of problems with it. Unfortunately, like they thought the RT was going to be the next step, but unfortunately, because of the politics behind it, it never really was, and now they're replacing it. But it worked out well in Vancouver, because Vancouver uses the similar system on their SkyTrain system, and it worked out really well there.
Cool. Yeah, but like the thing is, like it's really interesting because this is a lot different than anything on a rail, right? Because it's a lot more free.
True.
So that's why, like, I've talked to some guys. They're talking about like the streetcars. Like a lot of the TTC streetcars now are autonomous underground, but once you get up top, you do need that driver.
Exactly.
But then again, it's on rails, so there's a lot more like there's a lot less degrees of freedom there.
True.
And, like less things could go wrong as opposed to this, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But this is very cool because there's actually there's 4 like major. So this is one of them. This is made by Local Motors. The one in Toronto is also Local Motors, and it's actually a newer version of this. So this is the 1.0, and then the Toronto one is 2.0.
Interesting.
So once you try that, you'll see a lot of the differences, especially if you're taking photos.
because a few weeks, like, there are a lot of plans out there. They usually hype them up and stuff. They usually they hype them up for a few years, put out these nice little art, and then they do nothing with it. But with this project, they kind of just unveiled it, and I'm just like, oh, this is probably going to be like a publicity stunt or something like that. But then I'm hearing now, oh, they're already testing it now. I'm like, wait, they're testing it now? Like, wow. And then basically now here I am, basically writing one of the first ones.
Yeah, and I think the project it either started late 2019 or early 2020. And then of course a lot of things happened due to the pandemic and but yeah, it was really only these last few months, because I believe we got the vehicles in August.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get hired until September, so yeah, like it was really like a lot of people have been chasing me down, like, oh, we want to take a ride, and then I can't let you on because we're still validating, we're still testing.
But now you can.
Now I can, yeah. Starting yesterday, I can. But yeah, that's really cool because now I'm getting more exposed to all this transit talk, right? And especially you seem very knowledgeable about the whole transit game.
Well, I don't know everything, but I know a bit of it. You know, it's kind of like, some people like comic books, some people like movies, some people like video games. I like transit.
Yeah. I know I went to high school with this kid one time, and he was obsessed with buses.
Ooh.
Like, he knew the models, he knew, like, the years and everything. It was crazy.
Yeah. I know some people like that too as well and stuff. Like, they know everything about the bus. Like, they know what kind of engine it is, where it was built.
Oh, wow.
All that stuff. It's kind of like if you go to like a comic book store and like, for example, a few weeks ago I had to sell my dad's old comic book collection, and basically you give it to like the guy at the comic book store, and he looks at it and he's like, he knows exactly when it was printed. He knows like where it was printed, where it was bought and stuff. Like,
oh, that's funny.
It's kind of like archaeologists in that kind of sense, almost.
Yeah.
Like.
The thing is, so they put these stop signs up for the project, and a lot of people, I guess, a lot of people from this area, because they work here, they got used to not having a stop sign there.
Yeah.
So they would speed really quickly approaching the stop sign.
Oh, no.
Ollie just kind of, Ollie's like, no, I'm not going to move, or hesitates a lot. So that was actually really smooth, and it was good that we waited for everyone. But yeah, like I just got used to calling it the Olli.
Thank you for the ride.
You're welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed that.
Thanks. I'm gonna get a few more shots.
I know yesterday though. Very bad stuff off the stuff, but I thought I would check it or not. Yeah, I think I could be wrong, but I think the last time you did, you checked the plane. You gave it thumbs up, or was it just on the way down? Yeah, that's fine. You're doing it manually anyways, so that's okay. And sorry, this is not Olli, yes, because
Yep. Alright. Make sure you fasten your seatbelts. We are so we actually just we swapped vehicles. Like, so I had the other one out this morning. So this is the first time this one's out today, so it's a little bit slow. But it should be fine after the next few stops, hopefully. Ideally, you'd wait for one vehicle to actually finish what it's supposed to do in the intersection, and then you go. But he was like moving the whole time, so. Quite there yet, Ollie. All these little cars that's passing them.
One bus is also Pickering, but there was something around here. I remember there was a bus that did go around here.
I think the one smart thing DRT has done is have a busser that actually connects with the Toronto subway station.
Yeah.
Is that a busser? The one that goes to McCown.
McCown?
Yeah, the busser that goes to McCown station.
Last I heard there was no DRT. I know they're planning one to that area.
It's like, I think the 950.
50, that's Uxbridge, but
No, wait, no. It's
I gotta look into that because like last I can remember, you don't have a bus going to the county yet, but